Hi there, welcome to this week's angel reading. I'm Rachel Scoltock, and today I've pulled you 3 cards from 3 separate decks. So this is your reading for the 23rd of October all the way through until next Monday. So I've used the Magical Mermaids and Dolphins deck by Doreen Virtue. I've used the Native Spirit deck by Denise Lynn, and I'll tell you why in a second. And I've also used Archangel Michael cards by Doreen. So the Native Spirit cards were calling to me. I was going to use the same deck as last week, and I was told not to go to a different deck. And these ones really, sometimes I run my hands over them, and it's the ones that get my hands the hottest that I choose. Now, I've just finished writing an article on the ancient sacred art of smudging and smoking your body, your energy, your space, crystals, in order to properly cleanse yourself of those clinging negative energies and bad spirits that can affect you. Smudging is really powerful. Not only is it good for clearing you, it's good for healing. And it also prepares you for sacred things. So if you're giving an angel reading, or you're about to do something special, or, in indigenous culture, people were smudged or smoked, are smudged or smoked before they go to sacred sites. So it's a way of contacting spirit, contacting the higher realms, but it's also the smoke itself carries our prayers and intentions to heaven. So it's also always, important to make sure that you know what you're thinking when you're either holding an incense or a smudge stick, or even if you're smoking a cigarette. You don't want to be sending anything yucky out into the ethers. And that energy, the smoke of sacred herbs like sage, eucalyptus, melaleuca, Palo Santo, it clings and picks up the lower energies and transmutes them, takes them away. So I've written a blog today that you can pick up off my website later on tonight, and all about how to do that properly and how it works. So that's why I was called to the Native Spirit deck. Now, the Native Spirit card that came out is absolutely perfect. It's about the wounded healer. Now, many people who feel drawn to healing and helping the planet, individuals, animals, can sometimes hold themselves back because they feel like, I'm not good enough. I've got too many problems. I've been through too much. I'm not perfect. But this card reminds you that the wounded healer is a thing. Having your own wounds doesn't unqualify you for being a healer. It actually qualifies you, because the experiences, the wisdom, the blessings, the healing that you've gone through actually helps you to help others. And look how we are all attracted to those wise gurus in our world. More recently, Louise Hay, who passed away, rest her soul, she had been through so much crap, as she called it. And that made her very qualified for helping other people. That gave her immense wisdom and strength, as she, instead of holding the victim perspective, she took an approach of positively finding a way through her cancer and the abuse that she'd been through. And she passed on that wisdom to us all. It's all there. So this is about the wounded healer. It's reminding you that everybody has a healer inside of them, even if they don't decide to do it as a career. But it's reminding you that your wounds, like Rumi says, where the light comes in. The crack is where the light comes in. So your wounds give you humility, wisdom, strength, experience, the ability to help others, compassion. So never ever feel that, there's something terribly wrong with you. It also reminds me that we are all in this together. We are all one. And we're all helping each other. So we should never elevate people onto pedestals, really. We can admire and respect them, as we should everybody. But elevating people onto pedestals makes them eventually fall off. Or you just knock them off. Because everybody is human. Everybody is wounded. Everybody's got a relationship with fear. And, we're all working in our own way to heal from that and to move away from that. But it's reminding you to look at whatever you're struggling with, whatever you have struggled with in your life, and remember that this is Earth School. And maybe this lifetime you volunteered, you put your hand up, you contracted, you're doing a PhD, if you've had a particularly tough time of it and you're thinking, when is it ever going to plateau? When is it ever going to become more peaceful? There are two things that you need to do. One is to look at the problem from the perspective of, what am I learning? What can I use from this to heal myself and then maybe even help others? What is it about this that's the PhD of life that maybe I'm missing the lesson and I need to see the lesson and the blessing, and just remember that PhD doesn't elevate you, make you better or worse than anybody else, but it means that your soul has asked for it. And so that can maybe help you to move more quickly through it and to help you to understand and have compassion for others in the same way. We're all equal. We're all one. The next card is beautiful too. It's Archangel Michael, and it's about energy healing work. Now, as I pulled this card, Archangel Michael said the words, "This is a mental energy universe." And he said this to me before. This is a message for you to remember that your mind directs your energy. Where thoughts go, energy flows. Your mind directs your energy. So the quality of the thoughts in your mind are the energy that you are radiating out. So if you're thinking about disappointment and guilt, shame, blame, anger, rage, those are the energies that you're sending out. They're not healing energies. Now, there's no shame in having negative thoughts and energy, because eventually, if we come from a healing perspective, we can recognize them as being something that we need to learn from. And we can convert them into love. We can transmute them into love. But if we choose to radiate thoughts of love and forgiveness and compassion, then we can direct those thoughts, including healing, to ourselves and to others. We can send through our imagination. We can do so much. What we think about is what we create. So if there's something in your life that needs healing right now, or someone in your life that needs healing, send light, send love, send good intentions, send good vibes, visualize green and pink light, extra angels around them. Think about things like forgiveness and love. Even just repeat the words forgiveness, love, and acceptance to any problem that you've got. Visualize it coming out in a positive way. This is a great big prod from the angels right now, saying to you, you have the power within you. You may be a wounded healer, but you are a healer. You have the ability to heal anything in your life, be it a problem with another person, or a problem with your computer, or a problem with your finances. The way that you send the energy to it and the thoughts is what brings about a healing or not. So the angel in this card has his hands together in prayer, and prayer is a technology. I've said this before. It's not just about what religions, let's get on our knees and pray. It's a technology. It's something that you use to contact consciously the divine and to draw the higher vibrations of source energy into your life. We don't go around constantly with the source energy pumping through our life. We've got free will. We have to draw on that. We have to ask for it. And those of us who are on a spiritual path, we sometimes forget, right? We try to do it all by ourselves. We think we are the perfect healer and we have to be the perfect healer. There's no such thing as a perfect healer. What you've been through qualifies you as a healer. And you can't get that in a book, and you can't get that in a class. You can only get it through experience. And so your experiences grow you into somebody that becomes more worldly and more able to send and to know the difference between positive and negative energy. The outcome is positive energy. Look at that. The beginning is what's going on for you. Don't be ashamed of your problems, because they are healing and you can heal them. And once you look at the lessons and the love, direct your mind in the direction of healing, send energy to the problem. Outcome is positive energy. There's so much lightness and flow in this reading. It's filled with joy and lightness. It's like you're transmuting all of the energies that have been stuck and glued and delayed and blocking all around you. And you're using your mental energy, compassion, love, forgiveness, acceptance, peace, imagining healing outcomes, calling on the angels and the divine source to lift and remove all of those seeming blocks. You choose to live in the law of karma, which is cause and effect, complaining, being negative, worrying about everything, or into the law of the divine, which is a completely different realm, much higher. Things get easier, but you have to obey the laws. You have to remember that thoughts create your experiences. In this positive energy that's coming around, you're also being reminded to surround yourself with that which brings you joy, whether that's nature, whether that's work that you love, whether that's people that uplift you. Doesn't mean you have to get rid of all the people that are negative in your life. Sometimes you have to if it's really making you ill or affecting you. But other times, using that energy healing work, you can transmute and change those energies. And, sometimes people don't want to change, and trying to make them change is kind of like having a tug of war with someone. And negative energy is heavier. And so sometimes it feels stronger and it feels like it's winning. But that's if you engage in it. If you choose to raise above it, then it lifts away. This is something that I've learned just recently again. You have to rise above it there's no point fighting it, because it will drag you down. So positive energies, surround yourself in positive energies. Watch what you're eating, watch what you're watching, watch what you're listening to, watch what you're thinking about. Uplift, transmute, use your sage, use your thoughts to change the energies around you. Delays are over. Things are going to start moving again very quickly. Flow is going to start coming into your life again. So if you felt stuck, this is the moment to step back, do the healing work, have a little rest, and then the river will take you, the energy will take you again where it's meant to. Always ask for the highest good of all, what is my highest good? As you know, I post a reading on Facebook and Instagram almost every day, if I can. If for some reason I'm too busy or too tired, I don't do it now, but it's most days I'm posting. And a few days ago, there was one about Lord Ganesh, if you want to look that one up, talking about asking for the highest good, and that soon things are going to change. And there's always guidance. It's not us. We're not all on a canoe floating down the river of life, waiting for the stars to align or for the waterfall to take us over. We are all a part of it. We're all going together, and we're all paddling in certain directions and doing our own thing. So we've all got an influence on that. We're not helpless, powerless victims. I said this a lot. No one is a helpless, powerless victim. We've all got inside of us the power over our attitude, over our thoughts, over the energy that we send out to others. And so let go of taking things personally. Let go of having to hold grudges. Let go of trying to get revenge on people that you think have hurt you. Release it all, because that's the stuff that's keeping you stuck. That is the stuff that is keeping you stuck, because there's so much wonderfulness waiting for you. From my heart to yours, angel blessings. Have a great week ahead. I've really enjoyed doing these readings for you, and I will be back next week. I'm also teaching a new course in November, which is Intuitive Energy and Angel Therapist. This is the last time I'm teaching it like this as a big course. And there's a couple of spaces left if you're interested in joining us. You need to get in this week. Lots of love. See ya.